sugar pies, jelly beans, and of course, rainbow snakes. Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News. Bitcoin is at 59K, friends. I have now officially gotten so bored that the Ethereums and its ETH BTC ratio have been demoted to the lowest possible emoji, which is a brown shoe. That is the most offensive one of all. Of course, you can't go lower than that. I don't think it's humanly possible as well. We're looking at the others BTC ratio. This is actually the most important. You see this weekly chart? Hey, we stopped going down for once. This is actually a colossal failure, pretty much of everything in crypto. We have round-tripped, friends, 4 years. Remember, this is a weekly chart. It is disgusting. We've literally round-tripped 4 years. Kind of sad that you can't add more value after 4 years, but that's the volatility, right? Goes up heaps, comes down a lot. It sucks. It sucks, but that's the game we're playing. At least, though, the Bitcoin price is still hanging around this big channel. I'll show you the other picture as well. Everyone's drawn like this. Yay, there's a channel here. What happens? Can we please go up? That's what we're all praying for as well. I saw Mr. Market Sniper as well. He's turbo bullish. Pretty cool. Because normally he needs bearish, but not really. He's pretty independent, but he loves being bearish as well. So I'm like, oh, wow, cool. Even he's bullish, but not in a bad way. He's a trader as well. So this is something to think about. It's like, he's like, well, I remember if I stay bearish too long here, that's the attitude, right? Where you actually get destroyed too long. So Bitcoin still hanging around this zone. ETH BTC still hanging around this zone. I mean, it's absolute failure. But I just want to tell you this, right? I remember, friends, I had a dream about this, okay? I remember I went through this the other day. Ethereum, after the Bitcoin halving, it went up and it round tripped. And then it bounced, okay? So what if in this one, so we had the Bitcoin halving, what if we do something like that, where we go down and re-round trip, and then we do something like that? What if that's possible, right? So basically, it does this big round trip. It's just that Ethereum goes down first, then it round trips back the other way. So that's just something we'll be looking out for. Now, of course, we have Jimmy Boy Cramer, right? A lot of damage done by the seller. For me, we're not going to live that down, man. That's awesome. Let's get a nice gentle pump. We need it. It's still going. It's still going. What are we doing here, friends? Still singing around. I mean, like, look, man, this has been absolutely abomination. Like, we've been going sideways for 6 months. Like, if you want to do the numbers on that, that's ridiculous, friends. 180 times 5 videos. I've made 900 videos in this range. But you don't know they're going to be arranged, man. You don't know they're going to be arranged. The only people who kind of get an idea that it's going to be arranged, blockchain backer. Shout out to blockchain backer. But this is the thing, friends. He was selling here. Okay, he's not all out. He was just selling here. He's like, oh, yeah, this is going to be like, it's a retracement. It's going to be arranged. What does he mean by that, right? It's retracing from this. This move is more like a retracement, same as the altcoins, right? But here's the thing, man. If you're selling here, friends, which is what it did, there were big alt season moves in PulseChain, in Solana, April, May, and then we had them again here, up here, and then you had a bit more up here. You see that, man? So you've sold, and they go, oh, it's going to be a range. We're going nowhere. Yeah, but you had 3 alt season. Now, here's the thing. They're not easy to get on, but things did move, right? They did move. You had like AI research. Remember, friends, you had the Joe Boredom stuff appears. You had a lot of meme coin stuff. They were popping around in there. So that actually might be the future of how Bitcoin tops out. It might be something like that where, and I'll bring it up for you. See how we're just going sideways like that, friends? Well, maybe we do even more sideways than what we did in 2021. Like that, we might find, remember, what's everyone looking for? Everyone wants this. Go up, get out, come back down, buy the bear market. Everyone wants something like that. What if it is something involving you go up and then it does like something like this, like that? What if it does like that, man? What if it does like another 6 months and then like it's everyone's like, wait a minute, we're consolidating. No, we're not. We do something like that. That might be it, right? So it might trick everyone at the end because the price is so high. And everyone's like, wait a minute, we should have dumped by now. We're not dumping, right? That's the only way, friends, to get everybody to be bullish now. Just to let you know. So just let's spin the helicopter hat again. I can tell you with 100% confidence, everyone's going to get trapped somehow. We are all immune to being trapped by the price going up. So if Bitcoin's at 200K, we're like, you know it's high. You know it's high, right? You know it's high. So how could it trap you? Or even 150K, everyone wants to sell around those zones. So if we get there, we're still going to get trapped. And then I've figured it out. Okay, it traps us by hanging around there for too long. That's how it traps you. It makes you think it's safe to accumulate over there. So I'll just draw it for you one more time. When we get up there, hopefully get up there. We're up here. It could be anywhere in this zone, but you know, we want this, right? We want up and down. We might not get that. We might get up and something like this, man. We might get something like that. And then only at the very, very end, it drops down. Now, it would be even more confusing because we might see mini alt seasons here. 1, 2, 3, just like we had here. We had 1, 2, 3. These little alt seasons up there. So think about it. I don't know if it's going to happen, but each cycle of Bitcoin, they're getting less pointy. The top is getting less pointy. It's getting more round because the liquidity, it's bigger and bigger. And obviously, all the insiders, right? They're paying bigger amounts of people so they can distribute slowly more. But I guess the good news for now is that the Bitcoin weekly super trend is still green. And, you know, friends, a lot of people feeling a lot of pain from extreme pain from this market cap dominance of Bitcoin, right? Because this has never before happened because usually Bitcoin dominance would reverse the trend by now and just give everybody hope that an alt season has happened. We have not invented anything this year. Have you noticed that? We've literally done nothing. So our inventions were discoveries. We put in the Bitcoin ETF. That's big. And we discovered meme coins. But what people then when it did as well was they did their meme coin equivalent on Bitcoin chain. So they did like, you know, the ordinals and the JPEGs and they did stuff on Bitcoin itself, even though it's clunky, right? Because they're just organizing communities. And everyone realized, look, these are the thing. If you don't really care about the tech too much, you just organize your community anywhere on the chain. That's what meme coins are. You're discovering this use case out here. So people said, well, let's go just organize around the JPEG on Bitcoin chain. And they did. They did. So that's one of the reasons you're seeing this type of behavior out here instead of perhaps the dominance go back to Ethereum, right? Because if ETH BTC was going up like it did back here, okay, then Bitcoin dominance will be going down. That's basically risk on. But right now, Ethereum's third cycle curse, we haven't seen anything like that. And you know what, man? I know a lot of people, even me included, right? I was expecting, well, maybe Bitcoin dominance crashed down like this. Maybe it goes halfway and fakes us everyone out. And then literally we have like this interim bear market of like 2026 before it comes back down later. You know, because this will be Ethereum's fourth cycle curse. Sorry, it's a fourth cycle, which is not a curse, right? So I'm just trying to position ourselves for expectations where you know you win, but I'm just trying to see like, is there big traps that we need to be aware of? Now, going on to the news friends of the weekend. So Peter Thiel gets confirmed to be a fancy banana investigator informant and a coconut intelligence agency agent. So Peter Thiel, friends, a lot of people have been telling me to watch his Joe Rogan interview where he goes on there, and it's funny. It's kind of, this soy boy mid-curvers. I got no idea.
Works with Peter Thiel.
People think, friends, I'm going to show you this clip, right? People think that Peter Thiel, I'm Peter Thiel. People think this guy is like the arbiter of truth and knowledge in the world for some reason. It turns out he's a glowie. He's literally a glowie. Friends, he's glowing so hard, he's literally an informant for all the big agencies for America, right? He's government, pretty much like government, like public agent, right? And I'll just show you his picture, right? So this is him, right? What did he do? He make PayPal something? He's like Elon Musk's friends. But yeah, look, I don't care what you made, bro. I remember this, and I was literally telling everyone in crypto, how many times do we have to get backstabbed before we finally say enough is enough? Peter Thiel told everybody he was definitely underinvested in Bitcoin at $60,000. Then said, I think you should all still go long. Then he literally dumps it on all the people and they come out and a firm releases this public information. He made 1.8 billion. He's like, yeah, I think I'm Peter Thiel. I think you should definitely go long on Bitcoin at $60,000. Literally goes home on his plane, dump it all. And then you actually want to trust this guy going on to Joe Rogan because Joe's asking him about pyramids and UFOs and stuff. And he's like, no, stick to the science. Stick to the science. So I'll let this guy, this gentle sir, explain.
And works with Peter Thiel, a federal informant and contractor. So, you know, there's something really interesting going on where Peter Thiel is an FBI informant. Okay, just so you understand, and you can look this up. Peter Thiel was an FBI informant. This was revealed by Charles Johnson. He was an FBI informant. His net worth, 50% of it comes from his company called Palantir, which exclusively contracted with the CIA for almost 10 years, from 2001 until 2008. And now they contract with the NSA, the FBI, every major law enforcement agency. Peter Thiel funded J.D. Vance's Senate campaign, and before that, his venture capital firm. Vance was funded by Thiel in the private sector, and then Thiel gave Vance $15 million to get the Senate seat. And it was through Thiel that Vance got the Trump endorsement. I know that story. Very few people do. Vance got the Trump endorsement through Thiel because, and I'm not going to give specifics.
So yeah, Vance actually goes on for this whole video. So shout out to my baby dolls. I've never heard of this gentleman before named Nick Fuentes. Apparently he's on Rumble. Now, if you're on Rumble, you're a truth teller because they can't even use any code words there. On Rumble, that is obviously, friends, like little mini YouTube, tiny base there. But it's where everybody banned has to go there because they don't do all that censorship stuff like they do on the YouTubes. So you just get to see, man, everything's full of psyops. Team red, team blue, Republican, Democrats. It doesn't really matter. Like it's everybody's playing that same game. It's power structures. There's insiders, the deep staters, the Phoebe and the Kia. They have informants on both sides, okay? And they're bribing both sides. It is what it is. Okay, yeah. Trump himself, of course, he's trying for some issues to basically be on, our side, anti-deep state, anti-establishment. He is, but they're not stupid. It's not like he doesn't operate like in a vacuum. There's like all the agents around him, right? There really is all the agents around him. And like that's how they work, If they're feeding you, if 9 out of 10 guys are glowies and they're feeding you information, he might think, oh, no, this thing's not a good idea, but they'll get him to kind of meet halfway. So that's just how it goes, okay? So that's why here I am doing my best friends to let everyone know. Peter Thiel is a glowy. He's a Fed informant, works for the Kia. He is a scum psyops. I remember he dumped Bitcoin in 2021. And he's like, oh, I'm Peter Thiel. I'm definitely just this guy. Oh, man, you can't trust anyone, man. You can't trust anyone. So, yeah, I have not had a chance to watch this, but everyone's been telling me to. This is the interview.
Political science or social science. You're just sort of making it up.
He's glowing right now, man.
Complex to real science or something like physics or chemistry. And computer science was in the same category as
Bro, he doesn't
social
blink.
science or political.
I'm telling you, man, he's an android or something. This guy's just, I'm Peter Thiel. Well, I've got to buy a Bitcoin at $60,000, man. I can't get over these scum friends. They're literally, they're worth billions. They're worth billions. It just tells you how subhuman filth trash they are because they're like, well, I'm not going to lose on this one issue. I've still got to go psyops the people. It tells you about what type of people they are, friends, if they had ultimate power as well. Now, all these people seeking ultimate power, but in crypto, we just want them to take their foot off our throats, friends, because this picture gets me every time. How it started. How to make money trading Ethereum. How it's going. I joined OnlyFans. This is actually real. People don't believe it yet. It actually is real. And she joined OnlyFans during the bear market 2022. And she actually has she made one other crypto thing right now. Like I joined OnlyFans. It was just, can you imagine Bitcoin's down 20K, 15K. And we're looking at this. And I think it was after FTX. And, Kobe's like, I really think this is all over. Everyone's just full on turbo depressed. And I'm just sitting here thinking, man, did this really just happen? Is this the biggest psyops of all time? That's what we're literally thinking at those bear market lows. Hey, trillions of dollars market cap for fluff. Wow. And friends, I know everybody acts tough now. They were calling for a nuclear extinction of crypto because I remember even Copen was saying that crypto topped that 3 trillion market cap, which is just like the NASDAQ. So that's going to have a long bear market. It actually has been painful and long right now. But when you're talking about it bottoming and stuff back then, no one was bullish at that bottom. No one was bullish. Man, he was one. All those people called for top trend. They weren't bullish at the bottom. Nowhere near close. You're like, oh, now that I've got it right, it's going to go really bad. It's you have to catch lightning in a bottle twice, friends. Like catching a fart in a jar, as I mentioned to you, right? Andre probably make a video out of that. Catching fart in a jar, friends. Yes, you can catch it once. Catching it twice, though, that's actually, you can sell it top, but then buying back in, mega tough. Because usually the people who have the mindset that everything's topped out, they don't believe in the recovery. It's literally nearly impossible because if you're so compelled that everything's going to crash right? It's so hard for you to logically conceive of the thought that, oh my gosh, we're going to actually recover that. It's kind of like saying, betting on somebody, you're going to have a near fatal car crash. And then after the car crash, you're going to go run a marathon a month and a half later. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, okay, predicting the car crash, okay, you can get some of that. But then the betting on the marathon later, all right, no one sees that coming. Okay, it's exactly what it is in markets. Now, today, friends, we're going to enjoy me riding a bull, right? And we got to remember this. I don't care about onboarding traders because they can't hold onto a stripper's shoe. I don't care about onboarding mid-curvers. They will never survive Adam Cochran 200-page threads. I don't care about anything else, friends, except onboarding believers. Okay? So you don't care about the traders. Who cares about onboarding traders? Oh, come and trade, dude. You don't hold anything. You're all in, you're all out. And when you're out, you go back to USD or stablecoins or fiat. You're useless. No one cares about you. Okay? You're literally losing money with other traders like yourself. Useless. Okay? And then obviously the mid-curvers, friends, whenever the red candles come, Adam Cochran's going to make a thread, 200-page thread, probably like, hey, explaining again, meme coins are going to zero, and his DeFi stuff, they're going to go up 300x. Okay? It fuzz everyone out every time. Believers is what you need, man. There was no like 300-page essay about why Bitcoin's going to succeed back when it was at the cheapest. Okay, you have 300-page essays now. Yeah, now it's not $1 anymore, is it? It's literally $58,000, 58,000x higher, 13 years higher. Okay, sweet. Now you got your 300-page essays. We don't want to be long when there's 300-page essays, friends, and 200-page threads telling you that your thing is good. You want to be long when it's literally just a bunch of people saying, I don't feel good about this. It's so risky, but I know there's strong fundamentals there. I know if we just stick together, we're going to win. That's it. That's literally how you win. Think about XRP, guys, as well. This was hilarious, friends. XRP, so friends, on the Korean exchange BitHum, XRP, you can't see it. XRP is trading at $67,720. Yes, XRP. Congratulations, friends. And here I am saying it looks like XRP will actually be bought by the US Fed. So, of course, this is a long-running joke that XRP army, because I've been waiting so long for a pump, that it's finally going to give the glory days. And look, I want to see that XRP army celebrate one day. Okay, not just corrupt SEC, friends. I want to see XRP actually crank it up through the highs. That's what I would like to see this. I would like to see this XRP chart walk up. Like what Tron is doing, okay? I really want to see that. I don't want to see this pump and dump stuff. I want to actually see it walk up. I want these people to all be rewarded and happy that they're holding. Just like Tron, okay? This is the Tron. That's what I want to see. Look at this. Tron somehow doing this. This is nuts, man. This is nuts. It is, trust me, in all our best interests that we see these charts. Because it means even if you don't have top tier capital allocation skills for one cycle, if you just continue to hold, you'll make it in the next or the one after that, okay? So, okay, you can't retire in the next 2 years. Maybe you have to wait 6, 8 years. Maybe you have to wait 8 years instead of 2 years. You know what? That's better than the alternative. The alternative, friends, is either one, you never retire, you work to your day you die, but your next best alternative for the average person is stonk market. But stonk market, friends, you're getting a 2x every 10 years. So you need a DCA and you retire in 30 years. If you drop all the maths, yeah, you basically retire in 30 years and your growth rate's garbage. Do you have 30 years, by the way, to keep DCA buying to superannuation? So most people don't. That's why crypto truly is your life-changing path. However, I don't like living in a world where if you pick the wrong coin, everything goes to zero, which is what we have right now. But if you're in with communities, established things, you have high odds of winning. And speaking of odds of winning, friends, these are the updated 2024 election forecasts. So Kamala Harris, remember, friends, I don't have these political fire. I don't care about it. I'm just telling you, she's putting communist and socialist stuff out. Okay, friends, literally, I made this post out here. I should grab it out for you. It's about her $25,000 payment, okay, so for houses. Harris proposes to up to $25K in down payment support for first home buyers. Now, this is the thing. So I just got to remind everyone, these are devastating, especially for an economy like US. So if a government gives $25,000 for a house payment and you know nothing about economics, you think that's great. And trust me, friends, we were all young at one point. We had no idea how the world really works. You think, yes, that's great. Give me money, right? Sweet. But actually what happens is literally 100% of the time, there's not even one case where this hasn't happened. So this happens every single time. They give you $25,000 to buy a house earlier. Then, okay, there's a problem. The house price rises by $25,000 literally immediately. Okay, they've done it in Australia. And I'm not joking, literally immediately. 25K down payment? Okay, the sellers just repriced 25K higher. Sweet. Then you have a problem. They go up anyway. But then what governments do is they go, don't worry, we will tell the sellers it's illegal to put your house price up higher than that. They have to stay at the same price. They call it a price control. What ends up happening is now you have two people who want to bid the same house, because they're not allowed to go higher than that price. So they're both capped. Let's say a house is $500,000. None of them are allowed to bid higher. So then the seller, the house guy, he's like, oh, I've got two people who want to buy the house. How do I choose between them? There is no fair way to choose them. You just flip a coin. So what ends up happening is they end up giving it to the person who they know personally more, right? Oh, this person, you know, family, maybe based off like family or cousins or whatever. But that's even more deeper on one side. Realistically, you get a bribe. So the price control doesn't even work. So I'll just give you an example, right? So two houses, right? Two house buyers, 500K each. Yeah, okay, one guy just says to you, hey man, you got a Bitcoin ledger? I'll literally send you half a Bitcoin. I'll give you an extra 30 grand on your ledger. And here's the 500K payment. And they go, sweet, okay, I'll take that one. Okay, so the price control doesn't even work. So basically, you're just handing out money for something that doesn't even work. And then communism and socialism, friends, they're all basically this. It's like, well, I'm trying to help everybody. He's handing out money. Handing out money doesn't work, man. It doesn't work at all. It's communism, socialism, literally never works. And the economics of things will always revert humans to inefficient corruption. Okay, so if you're trying to hand out money, it's very, very hard to distribute. We even have that problem in crypto, by the way. When someone makes a coin, what's even fair? There is no fair. How do you like launch? What's fair for a coin? It's not. It's like a capitalist approach in crypto. It's like, okay, some things 95% VCs own the coin. Some coins, okay, they just throw it out to the public. Some of it gets sniped. You see, it's tough. No one's really figured out this stuff. We just have to do these experiments. Some things work, some things don't. The only way around this, right, for a house, for example, so talking about Kamala Harris, you have got to make more house supply. So you actually have to invest in business. But when you're meant to be leaning to poor people, you're like, oh, I'm not going to invest in like, you know, this meaning business stuff. That's Republican talking point stuff. So it becomes a political issue, right? You've got to boost business, boost construction. But then you're like, wait a minute. If you're going to go do that, all paths lead back to the money printer. Yes. Yes. Once again, crypto goes up no matter what. Crypto goes up or not. So Donald Trump, I'm just telling you now, Donald Trump, he'll say, hey, I'll boost the business and construction. Sweet. For where? From the money printer. Okay, because they're selling bonds, right? It's the same thing. So, okay, crypto's going to go up in that regard. Democrats get in. They say, all right, we're going to give money to houses and all these, and we're going to try increase the supply or whatever. Trust me, no matter how you spin it, it's the same act from the money printer. The money printer turns on, more money comes in, crypto goes up. It's just one guy's going directly to the solution, and then the other lady, so Kamala Harris, she's just going to be trying points that don't work and then eventually go to the thing that does work anyway. So that's why we're bullish on crypto no matter who gets in. I've also got friendly words from Gary. Shout out to Gary, Mr. Funding Jim. USA will be a rent nation with only corporations owning real estate if this continues. If your real estate you own is cash flowing, consider moving the cash flow outside of US jurisdictions, preferably stockpiled into assets you consider borderless. So as you can see, right? Great comment, because he's already, as soon as they move rules, they're like, okay, I'll just go adapt and do something else. Okay, these things don't work in a vacuum, friends, but most of the population, they are working for someone. So they think, okay, put a rule and we all follow the rules. They're not business-minded people. Business-minded people, especially in crypto, when things happen, we adapt straight away. It's the smartest guy figuring out the money. And when you just see this over and over, you get to see how useless a lot of these rules are, because someone's always basically getting the best deal. Okay, so it's just literally like, imagine someone comes out here saying, we're going to be the most fair distribution coin. We're going to airdrop you the coin. What do we end up finding out happens with like Arbitrum and all these friends? There are VCs, there are insiders, there are on-site 1000x. There's exchange deals going on. There are Ethereum maxi advisors who got given like 500x return just to get in and shill it. So no matter how you spin it, a good deal and adaptation is done everywhere, literally every single step of the way. It's unfortunate that, you know, half the population don't ever truly understand it because they don't want to understand it, because they just want to work. They know their jobs. They want to go home. They want to watch the sports, see their family, right? Take a holiday once in a while and just go live their life. They don't want to learn about this, right? But they're the ones that are easily manipulated. So that's why when you see these odds shifting back, friends, that's what you're actually seeing. But here I am just throwing it out here. Remember that, I don't know, this is losers. Bro, who are you? They actually saw I don't know what to call you guys. Like, you literally soy boy. Or maybe just a degen. There were people actually buying Kamala Harris at 55% odds. They're actually trading it up there. Like, hey, I'm going to buy it. I love Kamala Harris. They're just like, bro, do you know anything? Like, there's these insiders with big wallets, man. So, I mean, suck it. You're down. You hope you learn your lesson, right? You learn the hard way. So, by the way, these odds, friends, they're not proper odds. They're shitcoin odds. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, it means when you're in the odd, you are not committed. You can exit anytime. So people are speculating on the odds here. They're not actually taking bets. So people are buying, for example, they were buying Kamala Krappus at 55% because they're like, oh yeah, she's winning in the polls. Or that they're buying it up there to do that. Okay, they're not actually intending to wait for her to win. So another example, if these people who bought, so why does Kamala Krappus go down? Yeah, there are people who bought Kamala Krappus at 36% odds, 45% odds. They were dumping at 54% odds. So they're buying at 36, they sold at 54. But they're not actually intending to hold it the whole way. And those people who were buying at 54, they're selling out. They're selling out. Now it's back down to 50. These people most of them do not have the intention to actually like, okay, let me commit all this capital to do here. They're actually trading. But in the other odds out here, you have to wait. You can't just go to the bookie. Hey, can you give me another price match? Like, get out of here, right? Because they don't do it. They'll give you a super wide, deep, disgusting spread if you want to get out. But really, I mean, who cares, man? At the end of the day, team red, team blue, it doesn't matter, friends. We know team number go up. Okay, they're going to turn on the money printer. Shout out to GoPulse, especially Alex Magicbeard, friends. So Mr. Synergy. So Alex Magicbeard here. He's the founder of IcosaHedron. Remember, ICOSA, ICSA, and Hedron, HDRN. They leverage on HEX, right? They're derivatives of HEX. Well, of course, because HEX's price is slushed down, they are basically they've been taking a hit. But actually, the ratios of them have been holding up pretty nicely. And obviously, when it rockets up, these things hopefully give a 4 or 5 times multiplier, whatever HEX does. So if HEX does 30 from here, hopefully they can do like 100, 150 from here. You can now view your HEX stakes on GoPulse. So shout out to Alex for keeping everything updated and working in the background. This is a great thing about the community, man. Like this is all donation stuff. It's people they're not getting paid to do these things. Like, it has to be worth something, man. It's like it's a signal from the market. Hey, if these people are doing it for free, you don't have to worry if there's no money in it. You don't have to worry. The HEX community, PulseChain community, they already sat through minus 99%. They already sat through Richard Hart still not streaming after what, like it's been like 2 years. You see, they've already sat through that and they're still here. That's worth something as a signal. But really, of course, man, people see a red monthly candle, they're like, well, the market must be right. They're all right. Yeah, they're right today. They're right today. But you don't think about being right today versus wrong today. Okay, you're trying to price in the future. You understand? So the market is always right about its feelings today. Like, for example, like someone can be upset with you because you didn't call them back. You took 2 hours to call them back. You were meant to call them back after 5 minutes, okay? They have every right to be upset with you, okay? But if there were a price chart, their opinion of you goes really down. Imagine you could buy that price chart of what your friend thought about you in that moment. You're like, man, like, I know right now the market is right. You are right to feel bad. I was meant to call you back in 2 hours, in 5 minutes, but I called you back in 2 hours. Sweet. So maybe out of 10... maybe it sits at 5 and then it drops down to like, he thinks like, your friend thinks a 2 of you. You're a 2 out of 10. Well, imagine you could buy the 2 and you're like, hey man, maybe on that person's birthday, my friend's birthday, when I give him a present, they're going to think of me like a 9. So you're buying 2 when they think like it's over for your friendship, and then you're selling a 9 when you think, oh, this is never going to get any better than this. It's true. It's never going to get any better than that, because you're not going to talk to each other for another 2 months, okay? So that's literally the price charts of attention. That's literally the emotions of markets. It's the exact same thing. Same thing with HEX, PulseChain, PulseX that you're seeing right now. I was also having some fun today, friends, as well. This is the Pulse coin list. eHEX was the only thing positive, but someone has ticked up Pulse as well. It's kind of funny. I always look at HEX, right? HEX from Ethereum, for some reason, it just goes up the most, but it's down the most. That's right. Thinnest liquidity. It's just funny to see it move around. I've got a question here from JT31 as well. Can we stake eHEX on PulseChain yet? No. So, but that's what the IcosaHedron V2 update is going to be. You got to remember, man, Alex was working on it for a lot of time. Then Richard's tweet saying, yeah, you don't exist. That can't, imagine you're working for something for 6 months and then the founder goes, you are no longer my child. It's probably thinking like, what the hell, man? Are we working on, you know what I mean? It doesn't know what to do. So maybe it's just going to come out anyway. We'll see. Also, Richard, if you're listening, right? If Richard's listening, just use the sacrifice funds. Just use like 10 grand, nothing. Just like $10,000. Just buy eHEX. Everyone will lose their freaking mind. That's all you got to do. You don't. And also, if Richard, if you're listening, you got to do what Vitalik did about Chainlink. Vitalik had to make a tweet about Chainlink saying, I do not hate Chainlink. Okay, he had to do that, and it went like literally went viral. Okay, I still have the tweet. So if Richard tweeted, I don't think he'd tweet I do not hate eHEX, but he'll do something that's like considered neutral. Like, hey, Hex from Ethereum is still the best choice on Ethereum, guys, on that chain, but you should move over. You know, something like that in his own language. That'd be funny. Also, friends, you know we speak about Tron and adoption, all these. So people have seen the Tron chart glide up and like, man, God bless his heart. Man, this game is so tough. So this gentleman, Mr. Yogurt says, look at this. He goes, usually I don't bridge to the chain of the week. And because of this, I've missed out on runners, but never really cared. So you learn from this. Okay, I know a lot of you joined Solana. Wow, there were Solana things going on a few months ago. So people bridge in. Look what happens to them. I've decided to bridge to TRX because this narrative isn't forced and it makes sense. Justin Sun, one of the richest people in the space, directly promoting meme coins. So I think Justin Sun, you know the pump fund, friends, because pump fund's making a lot of money. They made their own pump fund on Tron. Bad idea. This guy starts punting. He moved 200 Sol, okay, which is about 28 grand or whatever. He moved 28 grand in and he's currently down to 150 Sol. So he's down, oh my gosh, he's lost 75% of his money. So he's lost about 22,000 already in a day or two. Man, that's, yeah, it's literally been 24 hours. He's lost 22 grand. And, you know, it's hard to see from this chart, but you can actually faintly see this chart just does a big hyper, go up. Here's the double top, come back down, and everything comes back down. There you go, man. So, see, everything's doing this chart, friends, but which ones are the ones that are going to come back? You have to ride with the strong communities, man. The communities that are there thinking long term. The ones thinking short term, they're the ones, let's tell everybody we're cool right now, and then they get out straight away. If you're aligning yourself with them, yeah, 1 out of 20 win. Sweet. Then when that person wins, like we revealed that other influencer the other day. Remember, like Eunice is dumping like 40 grand clips out here saying this thing's the future of finance and stuff. Yeah, someone out there is winning. They're collecting their 40 grand to dump on all their followers. Of course they are. Yeah, 19 out of 20 are losing though. So you have to think outside your box, man. I know that's right, friends. That's why I am literally the highest value content creator. I'm here thinking about you, man. These influencers are not. They're just thinking about themselves because they know other people think about themselves. They exploit that. Because when people come in, there's always like once every 2 or 3 weeks, someone comes in our Telegram going, but Sommi, I've made a killing trading these coins. And I get the coin. I'm like, okay, bro, every time you bought in the first 6 hours of launch, and then you dumped on 19 people exiting after you, and then I come back and I follow up the coin like 2 weeks later, not even 2 weeks, like more like 2 days later, they're down like 80 to 90%. And that guy doesn't even reply every single time. So, bro, you know who you guys are. Every time he's coming here, talk like that. He's never replied to when I show you, hey, bro, you are literally proving my point. One person wins, 19 people lose. There is no community. Now, okay, you're no longer the new ticker of the past 3 days. Let's go move to another one. That is a losing strategy. We don't want to be playing that game because that's for losers. But we're not here to lose, friends. We're here to win. So I made my video yesterday. So Takashi69. So actually the real Takashi, friend, I had to check. It's actually really him. So Mr. Takashi69, he is a rapper, remember? This gentle sir, obviously very like controversial because he's got like face tattoos and like he's got 69 and stuff on him. right? So he's actually in crypto, and I don't know if it was copy pasting something, but first coin he buys, he gets shrugged. Friends, imagine we have like a politician onboarded into crypto at the top of the bull market. It's just going to be so funny. Like, we're like, oh crap. Don't let them in. Don't let them in. Because once they lose money, they're going to try to ban the whole industry because they're actually going to get rugged. Like, it's just going to be hilarious. But it's funny, man. The guy's memeing. He knows all the terminology. And I'm saying, welcome to our little pirate island. Friends, we're bleeding into society. Okay. Now, here's the thing, right? So you see someone with face tattoos and grills and all these things. Yeah, friends. I know they look retarded, sound retarded. They can barely talk. But music people are very talented. They're just a different type of human compared to like your engineer. So people in music, the way they learn and absorb stuff, it's from like human behavior and patterns. They can see trends forming, and things that they find are cool end up becoming cool later on. So they set trends, but they know what people can like. It's almost like what we're doing in crypto, but we're trying to buy something mathematically, quantitatively at a low price, selling at a higher price, dealing with people's emotions. But these people, they just have a different skill set. And it's actually remarkable that these celebrity rappers, yeah, we've got the grifters and stuff. They're coming out just to make a quick buck. But these people coming in, they're bleeding into crypto, man. They're bleeding in and they're looking at this culture and they're starting to respect it. Because here's the thing, man. If you go see, friends, the interactions of famous people when they talk with crypto people who are also revered or famous, most of the time, it doesn't end well for the celebrity because the celebrity gets a kick in the nuts because it's literally... So here's the thing. A celebrity can go out and not be respected by people. Maybe you're a boomer or something else, right? But in crypto, we're so passionate, so energetic. There's so much youth. There's so much like vigor. And we've got a lot of skits, autistic people where like, we're bragging about watches, bragging about cars, bragging about P&Ls, right? Bragging about just the community and the cults. It really is, friends. No one's ever seen anything like it. It's literally the most powerful mushroom that's popped up out of the ground ever. And when they come across it, when they sit and they glance at our pirate island, they can't help but think, why? Why are they doing that? When they ask that question why, then they start to figure it out. Then they realize, see, obviously the grifters come in, they're like, oh, it's the money. But no, if it's just the money, man, explain why we're going down for 3.5 years, everybody's still here. Explain that. And obviously the answer is, friends, it's a digital country. Money is obviously very important. It is. But if your coin or community, because of survivorship bias, if it just focuses on money, it doesn't work. It doesn't survive. You need something more. So there's all these other things out here that are growing and continuing to grow. And all these relationships are being fostered. And basically, we're so sure this is the future. Slowly, the normies come and creep in. They're coming in, friends. I always said to myself, I was going to tell basically any of these rappers, friends, if we were going to buy any celebrity coins, which we're not, but if there were good ones, maybe like Iggy's mother or something, but if they made a song about the coin to pump the coin, friends, just think about that. Think about what's happening now. Like, we're going to get artists to shill our coins in the song. What happens next? What if like there's a movie director, he puts his shit coins in the movie somewhere, like an ode to the movie. See, we've taken a next step. We're like, bro, skip the movie. Who cares who Brad Pitt is, man? We don't give a shit about that. We just make movies literally about the memes for the memes. Okay, look at the Ponky stuff, right? You see, that's where we're bleeding in. So everything, we're starting to see these, like, it really is football teams. It's like, it's literally just digital football teams, digital tribes, digital countries. And yeah, it breaks all race and barriers out here. I know there's racist coin memes, racist coin narratives, but it really is true, friends. Like, I don't care if you are the same race, religion, you're my neighbor. I don't care, okay? If you are holding coins that I don't like, you're a poopy head, right? If you shill my coins, that's how I feel. If I feel like that, everyone feels like that. It's literally, friends, like two different races. Maybe it's like, two different races, opposite color skin. Maybe they both support Manchester United. They're going to hug each other, man. Manchester wins. So when our girl coin's pumping and we're recruiting, it's happy times, right? But then it's funny, right? Coins go down, everyone wants to kill each other. But that's the game. It's a unique game. So all we can really do now, friends, is just appreciate that we're on this Pokemon journey. Crypto friends. Peak depression and boredom. That's wild, right? So we've been going literally nowhere for 6 months. Altcoins are still down for 3.5 years, but people still believe. We still believe. So where to from here? Economy, recession, everything blowing up. Is it going to be another planned assassination? Who knows? Who cares at this point? We know the most important part. Global liquidity is rising. They're going to have to eventually cut rates. There's probably going to be another crash. They're going to have to stimulate all this stuff. We know they're trying to kill the system. They're going to print money. Okay, there's going to be more planned things coming. We know there's always that stuff over time, man. But doesn't matter what it is. It's just, to get the money to do the planned crisis, they have to print it. And then to fix up the problem and patch the hole, they have to print money again. So no matter what happens, it's just like the money print is always going on. And, just remember in 2022, friends, I was literally tweeting like a madman. When they were raising rates, they were raising rates with one hand, and then they were storing cash with the other. They were just not spending it, the government. Okay, you can actually see in the global liquidity index. It's just interesting how markets work, right? See this blue line? Friends, look at this. When they started raising, it was like March, April. And then see the global liquidity thing goes down. But look at this, man. Like you had printed, look at this blue line, by the way. Look how much you'd printed, bro. You'd printed all this money and then it only came back down that amount. And look what Bitcoin did. Look how disgusting. Bitcoin round tripped the whole thing. And the liquidity was still making these giant higher lows. That's how you know the market got ahead of itself. All right. And then look what ends up happening, friends. Look at this. Is crazy. Look at this. They were still hiking rates here. They were literally still hiking rates in 2023. Look at the global liquidity index. Look what they did. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So CPI is just like the retailer number because they just don't want people to disrespect the currency. But they print the money anyway. They just keep it in their reserves. If they need to pump up the stock market if anything happens. They're just pushing all these buttons. And market knows it. That's why we're on the life support machine. Market go up, market go down with the money printer. Printer go up, printer go down. So right now, what is it saying? We have Tether's market cap rising. We have global liquidity rising. I think it's just a matter of time before we start cranking up. Hopefully it's soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell mum and dad you love and appreciate them. Catch you in the next one.